Okay, just a heads up, same phone still messed up, so I don't have a lot of time. This phone might go out on me, I don't know, but yeah, I gotta get a new phone. Today, I just realized something. We're in 2025, obviously, there's a lot of technological advances. Technology is on the rise, man. And it's not like we're not acclimated to it already. It's just like, we look for the next best thing that'll, make our lives a little bit easier, But I think that, one of the most biggest things with technology is that knowledge or information could be spread a lot faster, and not just anything, not just, fake news type stuff, or not just somebody's opinion on, a TikTok video, like nothing like that. I'm talking about like actual real knowledge based off of science or, anthropologist studies, from the socioeconomic classes, a lot of things that come from, actual knowledge and information. So, we have this at our fingertips and we can clarify, we can verify, okay, this, that, and the third, so we're able to have a better understanding of human beings, when it comes to anthropology, when it comes to archaeology, the discoveries, when it comes to, the mental process and breakdown of, somebody's thoughts or, like what triggers them or traumatic experiences, what I'm saying? So we're on the up and up of human nature. And, I think for that to be in this time, what I'm saying? I think that is a good thing. Now, what I will say is this, and then I'm bringing it home. This is the point of the video. The point of the video is the power of the tongue, right? So basically, anybody can say anything, and information can spread, whether it's true or not. It's just that people take to that knowledge so quickly. What I'm saying? And like I said, it doesn't have to be verified, and as I said in the previous video, just because we say something, it can go viral. And, and this can be, this could be something that is said weeks and months, before it is verified that it was false, that they said something, right? But, the great thing, the safeguard to whatever somebody says is the fact that, yes, it will come out a lot faster that whatever they said was false. What I'm saying? But let's take this back to like a couple of, 300 or 400 centuries, or, let's take it back. Let's take it back to 500, even, friggin' 800 years. Like, let's take that shit back, right? Where there would be people in positions of power. There would be kings, rulers, whatever it is. There could be even people that were like vocal, community or village, orators or whatever that, they said a lot of shit, what I'm saying? And, these people talk a lot. So naturally people would gravitate to people that talk a lot. Natural gifted orators in whatever language it is, and they gravitate to those people, right? Now, like I said, the power of the tongue, that's the subject of this video, is, back in the days, it was dangerous just to live and to be a regular person. And being a regular person, well, according to our standards, being a regular person means that you don't necessarily have to adhere to the culture. You don't have to believe in whatever religion. You don't have to go to whatever grocery store. Like, you can live your life the way that you want to live your life. But back in the days, like, to be a regular person meant that you had to constrict yourself to whatever it was that was the standard back then. You had to basically conform yourself to whatever practice of whatever it was that they administer. Like, yo, you have to live this way. If you don't, something is wrong with you. If you don't do what we do, you're a witch, or, you're a warlock, or you're whatever we think you are, and we're going to ostracize you. Like, we'll probably even kill you type shit. So in order for for somebody to like be a regular person, they had to adhere to whatever it was in that culture at that time. So what that means is it was dangerous just to be independent, just to live on your own. It was dangerous. So anybody could have said anything about you in that time, and that could have been the belief for months, for years, for, you know, like your experience in that village. You know, like if people thought you was weird and they said something about it, you know, this could have been documented. They could have written this down, and you know, for 1,000 years, that's what people believed, until an archaeologist comes by and does his research and be like, man, these people was crazy as fuck. No, this dude was a regular fucking Joe. Why the fuck would they say that, right? And so that, and I'm bringing it back full circle, and that's what I'm saying. Like, it's such a gift. It's a blessing to be alive this day and this time, especially with the fact that people can live their life the way that they want to live their life. You know, and I'm not saying that, you know, it's okay to do certain things. I'm just saying, like, you know, if you're not, you know, if you're not doing no weird off the wall shit, right, then you're, for the most part, you're good, right? But for those people back in the days, like, even if it wasn't no weird off the wall shit, they would get persecuted just by whatever somebody said. If there was this village chief or this village leader and they said, hey, this person is fucked up because they don't do this or they don't do that, then that person would get ostracized, excommunicated, fucking executed. Like, yeah, it was fucked up for those people back in the day. So, you know, where we are now with technology, like, especially just even with cameras, like, and I'm not, you know, I'm not a person that agrees with cameras all over the place, but, you know, when it comes to the safety of people and, you know, like protection of privacy and things, like, I'm all for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want a camera everywhere in my fucking life. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need privacy in certain areas, but like when it comes to like finding the suspect or a killer that did something, yeah, like if he was on this road at this time, you know, yeah, then we can track him, right? But, you know, like I said, just the power of the tongue back in the days was so much more dangerous than what it is now. But today, nowadays, what is the power of the tongue? The power of the tongue is like, it is filtered down AI, it's fake news, it's fucking left, right, you know, liberal conservatism ideals, right? It's these things, right? And it mixes into a lot of things as well. Like, anybody can say somebody's racist just because something they said, or, you know, like it could be anything, right? But, you know, the only way that it can be verified that this person is racist is, you know, either the person is upfront, like, hey, you know, like, yeah, I believe in this or that, or, you know, like, you know, you can look at social media. Like, it doesn't take long to do research on a person to figure out if they're racist, to figure out if they're, you know, an extremist. You know, it doesn't take long at all, right? But the fact of the matter is, the power of the tongue, like, it may not be as dangerous, but it still may be as influential. Back in the days, it was a lot dangerous. Just anything. Like, people would get mad because somebody made beer for the village, right? And then the next person that did it, you know, they made their beer, but it was a lot more good. And all they had to say was, oh, well, they believe in witches, or, you know, they practice witchcraft. And that person would have got, you know, ostracized. Well, we can't drink their beer because it's so good. So, yeah, they must believe in witches. You know, so it was a bunch of dumb shit back in the days. But, yeah, man, power of the tongue. Back in the days was dangerous. It was lethal. And it was influential. Like, it was an ego trip for a lot of people, right? But nowadays, you know, it may not be as dangerous. It still may be as influential, but again, you know, give it a couple of days, you know what I'm saying? Whatever goes viral will be verified type shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, people back in the days, man, I feel sorry for those people. Like the ones, like the Salem witch trials, the Crusades, the Roman Inquisition. Like, I feel sorry for those people, man. They was just trying to live their life. and people was just getting jealous or mad or just wanted to have anything to do, just to, you know, and we will never know what somebody was thinking when they said something back in the days. We won't know if they was a fucking sociopath, a psychopath, jealous, a narcissist. Like, we won't ever fucking know, bro. The only thing that we can say is somebody said something, a mob was created, and a motherfucker got killed. Like, we will never fucking know what ego trip that person was on when they said something. And that's scary. So think about that, and just like really just think about where we're coming from nowadays. Like, I believe for in order for anybody to talk shit about you, to show growth, I think that, you know, you would just be like, let me see why this motherfucker says that. Let me see why. Let me see where they're coming from to make them say these things that they are trying to make other people believe about me. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I know, like, you know, I know for the most part it's some bullshit, but damn, like, let me really look at myself and let me see, like, okay, well, there may be something that I did that may have triggered them in some kind of way to where whatever they said was brought to the most extreme. But even still, like, let me see and let me talk to them, right? So, you know, I mean, I'm glad that we're able to have a dialogue between each other, or, you know, I would at least hope that we can. But, you know, like I said, you know, it's just coming from a place of healing. But yeah, man, power of the tongue, you know, shit changes over time.